What, the battery is low? That sucks. So today I'm going to try and install this crush bar that I was talking about, that I previewed in my previous video. But I want to get to that point where I know what I need to do, or if it just fits or not. And I want to compare the weight of these two pieces. And yeah, so let's see how far I get today. And I guess I'm going to skip all the unnecessary steps, like how to remove the cover bumper. And yeah, so I guess I'm going to skip all those steps because there's nothing special about it. It's just a couple of screws here and there, and a straightforward and unremarkable job. So okay, well let's do it, and I will see you in a few minutes, I guess. So I got to a point where the cover bumper is gone, and I'm ready to remove the crush bar. That is it says USA, so I'm assuming this is a USA specific crush bar on these cars. Don't know what's on European. I'm really curious, but this is stamped and welded steel. So what's holding it in place is basically 13mm hex, 8 nuts, and don't forget to unplug the horns. What else? And then I have this, whatever that reinforcement thingy is here in the middle. And mine is a Torx for some reason. It kind of wants to go, which is not a good thing, but here it is. So what's holding it? Headlight plus this piece of plastic, which is also, well, I suppose I can just bend it. I'm not supposed to, I already broke. Man, these ducts have to be removed, but I'm not going to. I'm going to pull this out. Well, too bad. So you have to remove these ducts. That thing is held in place by a screw in front and a screw in the back that goes against that fender liner. So we have parts out of the car. Now let's, I guess, get to measuring them. So I got the bar out like I said, and well, just like I was expecting, I guess, some bad news, I guess. So this is the steel factory bar, this is the carbon fiber, and as it is so plainly obvious here is that these foam, whatever inserts, are not going to fit, because look at the height, this is just way too much. So unfortunately they serve a purpose, but I really cannot use them. And without those foam inserts, this seems to be more or less, so I guess without the foam this is almost, well, pretty much as tall as this. So the carbon fiber one is almost exact. Well, there's a bit of a, I'm not going to go into like exact millimeters, because from what I can see this is not taller now than the factory original, so I guess that's the way to go. I suppose I could cut this foam, right, or pieces of it, and just stick them in, like cut this piece off, cut this piece off, cut this piece off, and just stick them in these gaps. So I don't know if I should bother. Probably not. I guess not. To tell the truth, At some point, when I was really into autocross, and I really wanted to make my car as light as possible, I removed a lot of things, even the safety equipment. So I ran my car at an autocross event without the front crash bar, without the rear crash bar, without, what else did I remove? So I had a really tiny Odyssey battery instead of the factory. That battery is super tiny, so I had that on. What else did I remove? I removed the rear seats. Yeah, I drove the car like that. It's not safe, and this serves the purpose of sort of a reinforcement as far as the front of the car goes, I guess. In any case, let's get these on a scale. So I'm going to step on the scale. I'm going to lift this one. I'm going to write that number down. So 156 with me. 148. And me by myself. Yeah, I'm really lightweight. So guys, here's what it's like with this upgrade. This is my whatever whiteboard. So 156, 148, 136. So the factory bar, steel bar, is 20 pounds, and the M3 carbon fiber is 12 pounds. So that's the difference. The factory standard bar, steel, 20 pounds, carbon fiber, M3 bar is 12 pounds, so the difference is 8 pounds, 4 kilos, pretty much 4 kilos, that's the difference. So we are only saving 4 kilos up in front of the car. That's not a lot, not a lot at all. I'm a little bit disappointed. One thing that I wanted to make a notice of is this toe hook attachment point, which seems to be, I don't know if it's going to actually hit the bumper cover or not. I will probably have to test it, because if it does, I'm going to probably shave a bit off of it. Let's get that bar on and see if the bumper fits actually over it. So guys, there is another problem fitment wise, and this was just expected, I guess, since this carbon fiber is part is much wider here. When I tried to install it, it hits this headlight support, so it doesn't go back all the way. So my car doesn't have those sprinklers, and this is the intention of this cutout or whatever. The hole here is to hold those sprinkler system for the headlights. Yeah, taking a Sawzall to your car is to modify your car is a brave step, I guess. But I'm going to do it anyway, because this is just a piece of plastic that I really don't care about, and it doesn't do anything, and it's not serving any purpose on this car. So I'm going to cut this here. Make this cut like this, and this one has to be horizontal. And there goes that piece of plastic. These cuts are so clean, I don't even have to deburr them. Well, I guess let's see how they fit. What the fit is like now. Seems to be, I think this is it, guys. There is nothing else. So these 4 nuts go back in. How convenient to have these cutouts here for the tool. So let's get the other side attached, and so guys, this thing in the center kind of fits. Not 100% sure. if it's a good fit or not, but it fits. Well, let's put all the nuts in place and see how the bumper cover goes on over this. These are M8 13 packs, so you don't really have to make them super tight. And they go over those studs that are welded onto the chassis, so try not to be too persuasive and over torque them, because if you strip those studs, you will have to drill them out and do something about it. So it's better to just, you know, use common sense. So the bar is in place, and my only concern is this thing here. The other thing is I have to find a place for the horns to be installed, because of what? Because this thing has different mounting, I guess, for the horns. Okay, let's do the test fit with this cover bumper cover. Right, guys, I think we are all right. I'm going to show this closer. So guys, this is the thing that was my concern, and it's not a problem at this point, because, well, it slightly is, because this hole doesn't line up with the tow hook, right? So it's the tow hook seat, I guess, or a socket. But that's not a huge problem, because I think I still can put that thingy in. Probably don't, but let's imagine that this is a tow hook, and if it comes to an emergency, it still can go in. I think it will be fine. Yeah, I still can use it if I need to. And there's a bit of like 5 millimeters or 10 millimeters gap between this metal piece and the cover, so I think I'm not going to do anything, which is good news. How does this go back? I think I broke something here too. I kind of want to change the bumper for something else. Replace it with something else, like, I don't know. I don't want to put a fake M3 cover. So I guess I'm going to let it be for now. The only thing that is left is to install those horns, and I think I'm just going to drill a couple of holes in the bar itself and just put those horns, attach them onto the bar itself directly. The sun is not in a good spot as of this moment, so in any case, here's the horn, and it's going to go here somewhere like this. So I figure I can drill a hole right there, like so. Stick this in, put this nut on, like so, and that's going to be my horn installation. There you go. So I suppose this should be it for this video. I guess there is no point in doing all this reinstallation of small plastics and screws and everything. So this crush bar, M3 carbon fiber crush bar, is I mean, it's an okay update or upgrade. It's not the perfect solution, I guess, because, well, if I ever get those the M3 bumper cover, I may reuse and reinstall those foam inserts, whatever you call them. But at this point, this should be sufficient. It's better than nothing, right? Like, I mean, if you run into a wall at 100 miles an hour, none of this is going to matter. So in small accidents, well, you still get a damage, but in my mind, those foam pieces are not going to be doing any dramatic difference. That's the upgrade that I wanted to show you all today. Is it doable? Yes, it's doable. this is it. I hope this video was of some help to someone, or informative to, of any use to anyone. I guess this is it for now. Cheers. I feel tired. The only thing that is left is to put the wheels on. I'm going to use gloves. I'm freaking tired of washing my hands. I still have to resolve the issue with the wheels and spacers. I have to get rid of those spacers. So I hate them. That's the downside of these studless. Didn't line up. That's the downside of not having studs, but using lug bolts. I'm going to wing it. And don't forget to torque these. If I drop the car down and forget about torquing them, they will stay at, I don't know, whatever that number one here is. Well, I'm going to put the second wheel on. Well, as far as I can tell, this is it. Yeah. All these things that I cut and drilled. Cleanup is a very important part of any garage work, because I hate dirt. Well, I guess this should be it. Alright, well, this is it. I'm going to torque the wheels, and this should conclude today's video. I'm not going to drive the car today, actually, and I really have no place to go, really, to drive this car to, and it's really dirty. Well, I will change the bumper. I still have to either paint this one, fix and paint this one, or replace it with something that looks cooler.